All right. No Bens in Israel. Oh, Jesus, did I make an ass of myself last week? Somebody sent me a letter last week. And the guy said, "Hi, my name is Ben, and I'm from Israel." And I said, "Dude, there's no fucking Bens in Israel." Like, I thought that was more of an American name. And I've met a bunch of people from Israel, and they always have these crazy fucking names. Most of them begin with a Y, you know? You know, like these badass, like, I know Israeli martial arts, Mossad kind of fucking names, right? I never heard of Ben. Hey, my name's Skippy. That just sounds like a regular fucking name to me. So anyways, and I got corrected brutally in this fucking email here. Bill, you said on your 42814 podcast that no one from Israel is named Ben. Dude, their prime minister is named Benjamin Netanyahu. Their fucking president, basically, is named Benjamin. Well, I probably didn't hear it because they always say his whole name, Benjamin Netanyahu. You know? Like, you ever think how many sports guys have really fucking awful names, but you never notice it until they just say their first name? But if you hear the whole name, I can't think of a name. But there's a couple of people that just have really fucking awful goddamn names. Let me think. I don't know. I'll think of one. I won't think of one. I'll walk around and all of a sudden it'll just pop in my head. Maybe I'll bring it up next week. But yeah. All right. So you got me. Number 2, solid info, Bill. Except Ben is a name of Hebrew origin. It means son of the south or son of the right hand. Hold yourself a press conference. I don't know what that means. All I know is that's an unbelievably arrogant name to name your kid. Son of the right hand, I'm assuming of God. Jesus Christ, way to give the kid a complex the second he comes out of the womb. He's got to live up to that name? Why don't you go Native American? You know? Like he who sits with the hawks. Then all you got to do is hang out with some fucking birds and your dad loves you. Number 3, how about Ben Stiller, you blockhead? What about him? I'm going to Google him right now. Why are you acting like that guy's from... Is he from Israel? Oh, Jesus, am I making another fucking moron? I thought he was from New York. Ben Stiller. Born in Brooklyn. The fuck? I mean, I know I'm German and Irish. My name isn't Wolfgang. You know, I have Bill. I guess that's probably an English name. I don't fucking know. You know, you know something? This is what I don't like about this shit. Is listen, look at the way this dude calls me out. He can't just say, hey, you made a fucking honest mistake, right? He goes, Bill, I know you're going to get a ton of emails about this Ben thing because you're wrong as fuck. Great debating skills. Now, do you have a counter argument? Yeah, this guy's wrong as fuck. Anyways, he goes, Bill, but I know you're going to admit you're wrong because that's what you do best. You're always ready to admit when you're wrong, and that, my friend, means you're a trustworthy person. Oh, here he is. Look at him now. Now that he fucking called me a moron, here he is. He's bringing me back into this fucking sadistic relationship. I'm sorry, baby. I shouldn't have said those things about you. Come on, let me go buy you a burger. Anyways, he says a true sign of honesty. No, sir, it isn't. Just because somebody's honest on a podcast doesn't mean they fucking walk around doing trust. I'm a complete piece of shit, but I appreciate it. Anyways, read this email after the others and realize I could be a great publicist if you need one. I'll be the Benicio del Toro to your Johnny Depp, like in Fear and Loathing. I'll be a bit of a mess, you know, some drugs, and I don't know where this guy's going with this shit. All right, probiotics. Thank you for letting me know, sir. Benjamin Netanyahu. I never noticed his first name was Ben. There's just so many syllables and letters. Like, that's a name, like, you know when somebody drives by in a car and they try to yell some at you and you just hear... That's like what that guy's name is, Benjamin Netanyahu. How the fuck am I supposed to even notice Ben? And if you get to Jamin Netanyahu, it's fucking gone. Like the Ben part, it's like being part of a large family, trying to get your story in at the dinner table. I was kidding who I fucked up, all right? I have to be honest with you, like I forget Obama's first name a lot of the times because I don't pay attention to politics. And it's always like, Obamacare. Oh, you know, that's just what you get for voting for Obama. Are you surprised Obama won? They just keep saying Obama, Obama, Obama. Nobody ever says his first fucking name. I guess they always say Clinton. They said Bush. I don't know. I had to sit there and think, what the fuck is this guy's first name? That's how out of it I am. So if I don't even know my president's first name, Barack, or I got to think about it, how the fuck am I going to know Benjamin Netanyahu? I can't stand looking at that part of the fucking world anyways. That's such a shit show over there. And the way that whole thing was fucking handled, to right a wrong with another wrong, and then the wrong becomes the so-called right become the wrong. It's just the whole fucking thing is absolutely ridiculous. They should just take everybody out of there. Palestinians and Jews, and you just fucking, I don't know, push the whole thing into the ocean. And just, why don't you guys go live in a place where you just look at it like, oh, I like this street, rather than tying all that stupid fucking religious horseshit into that part of the world. Now, this is where Jesus used the porta potty, and he said, I love everybody, but I love you guys best. Or whatever the fuck it is. Everybody's the chosen one, you bunch of fucking babies. That's the dumbest shit ever. Yeah, I'll probably get a bunch of emails on that, but I really feel that. Like, I swear to God, if I was part of either one of those groups, I would just be like, you know what? I'm going to move to Rhode Island. I'm going to get the fuck out of here. Fuck this. You want it? It's yours. Go ahead. Gives a fuck. Sit there dealing with this Hatfield and McCoy shit for the rest of my goddamn life. I want to go ride a boogie board. I want to take a cooking class. I don't want to fucking deal with this shit. I don't know. It's like I got burned out on that Yankees-Red Sox shit after a while. After a while, you just like, yeah, and I did reduce it to that. It's fucking childish. There you go. The guy who didn't know that Benjamin was an Israeli's name is telling that entire part of the world to grow up after the fan base of the team he loves dropped the N-word this week. How's that? You like that? How's that for you? Is that a nice big bowl of hypocrisy for you? We'll get used to it. Oh, by the way, last night I came home, and I was an absolute fucking saint. My wife was sitting down, and she was watching that guy there, who basically, he has all the Real Housewives get on the show, and then he just stokes the flames to get them arguing. And it was the Nene Leakes group of people. And I sat there and didn't say a fucking word. And it might have been some of the meanest, most horrific shit I've ever heard people say to each other. And they all just looked tired. They just looked spent. They had these ugly fucking looks on their faces. And they were just saying all of this hurtful shit to each other. And I didn't say a fucking word. I usually go, how can you watch this shit? I thought you were a feminist. How can you watch this shit? This is like depicting women like they can't even get along for 5 seconds. And I didn't say shit last night. And actually, Nia came in afterwards and was like, I had to shut that off. I actually had a physical reaction to trying to watch this. It's some of the meanest shit I've ever heard anybody say to each other. And I think I'm done with that show. So there's one for the guys out there. Just stop complaining. Just sit there in silence. If you just sit there in silence and let those women's voices, I shouldn't even say those women, just say those people, because I'm not trying to make it a female thing. One of them said to the other one, I mean, dude, it was like, on a roast, it would have got groans. This woman's trying to get pregnant using a sperm donor. And this woman was saying, like, you have to do that because you don't have a man. So now some guy who wants $10 to go buy a pizza is now going to go jerk off into a cup, and you don't know if you're going to have a serial killer or a child molester for a baby because you don't have a man. And then she said something sassy after that, like, I don't know. I'm not up on sass. Put that in your checkbook and fucking cash it or whatever the fuck. I don't know what the fuck she said. But it was just like, and you just saw the fucking hurt on the other woman's face. Like she almost, and then another woman who also doesn't like that woman, like laughed. It was fucking brutal. I mean, the fucking comedians that I've hung out with, from Patrice O'Neal, rest his soul, to Keith Robinson. Those two alone, and Rich Voss, like some of this shit that they said, like this like paled in comparison. Jesus fucking Christ, it was brutal. But I didn't say a fucking word. I don't know, I was in the zone. I didn't say anything. I just sat there. And I was looking at a drum magazine, and I was occasionally look up, and I didn't say a fucking word. And then finally, everything that I wanted her to think about the show finally happened. I think because I finally shut the fuck up, and she could actually listen to it. Or maybe they truly just went way too far. She said she was done with that show. So now I have this hope that if I just shut the fuck up during all of these reality shows where it's a bunch of fucking people, men and women, just yelling at each other, that she'll finally stop watching them and then start watching sports. I know that's not going to happen, but I can fucking dream, right? I can have a dream. All right, thanks for no music. That's funny. Thanks for no music. And there was some music right there. Thanks for no music. Billy Boy, I'm so fucking glad that your podcast doesn't start with music. Now that I said that, the next one probably will. I don't enjoy it when podcasts try to go pro and slick it all up to look real or legit. Fuck that. Just shut up and talk, I say. All right, well, I'm not doing that because I'm trying to be a purist. It's just I got into this business because I didn't want to have a job. So I don't edit these. I just sit down, I talk. For the most part, I don't have guests. Although I did a special one last week. I did an extra one with director Stephen Brill of the movie Walk of Shame that I have. Oh, Jesus. Now that you have passed the first test, it is now time to start your log training. Sorry. That just sounds like the music in every fucking awesome karate movie that you watch. And it makes you want to get in shape and start punching wood. Then you realize it hurts, so you quit. All right. Oh, yeah, so I had Stephen Brill come in, and he was talking about the movie I got to do last year with Ethan Suplee and Elizabeth Banks. And it came out, and people said a bunch of nice stuff. I guess they liked the work that I did in it. They said I was funny, thank God, and I appreciate that. So if you get a chance, you got some money to spend, check out Walk of Shame. And if you don't want to go to the movies because you have your own entertainment system, you can actually download it off of iTunes immediately. It's the new way they're going to do movies, which I think is brilliant. Makes me want to upgrade my system at home. It's fucking perfect. Download. It's like $6 or something like that. Costs you less money. You don't have to go anywhere. Pop it in. Support the podcast, my career, and the friends I worked with. Come on. Do me a solid. It's Cinco de Mayo, everybody. Watch Walk of Shame. All right, here's the next one. Balding at 19. Dear Bill emoji. I don't know what that means. Did I say it right? You guys just tripped me up right and left this week. First, I'd like to apologize for my English. Dude, your fucking English is amazing already. I can't say first, I'd like to apologize for my French. And I've been working on this shit for over a month. In Spanish, I can't even, I suck at it. Yo tengo pero. Pero. Did I say it right? Fucking, I stink. First, I'd like to apologize for my English since it's not my native language. I hope this won't give you difficulties reading out loud because that would really make the podcast lose its momentum. Are you being sarcastic? This happens every week. Anyway, I am a 19-year-old male and I'm balding. For a long time, I hadn't noticed because I had longer hair. When I recently got my hair cut, I discovered my hair had started thinning a long time ago. How the fuck do I deal with this? Girls will often call me attractive, but I know I am not attractive in a very masculine way, so buzzing it would hardly make me feel like a badass. I probably have a dick-shaped skull hiding under my thinning mane. Anyways, so that would make me look extra ridiculous. Besides that, I feel like I'm at an age where my hair is still a big part of my identity, and losing it feels like losing a way to express myself in some way. Losing hair at a young age like this feels like a one-way ticket to mediocrity, always being one step behind the rest for the rest of my life. What's your advice on this? Since you don't exactly have your Axl Rose mane anymore either. Thanks for the podcast. I loved your show in Amsterdam. Oh, well, thanks for coming out. I loved going to Amsterdam. It was a privilege to come to your country and do my little fucking dance. All All right. Your fucking feelings are natural, especially at 19. When I first figured out I was losing my hair in my early 30s, I freaked the fuck out. I couldn't believe it. Like, how could this happen to me? I was like Nancy Kerrigan. I just sat down and going, why, why? And then, as I always do, I just fucking go, all right, this is the situation. I can either sit here and act like a fucking bitch, or I can try to find the positive. And I was just like, I always, this is what I always try to do. I just look for people who are in my situation or worse that succeeded, and that's who I think about. I immediately just looked at fucking guys like Ed Harris, Woody Harrelson. I'm like, they're still leads in movies and still crushing it and getting nominated for. So, you know, if I want to let it stop me, it will. Who gives a fuck? Well, you got a whole bunch of options now. You know, you can either try and fight it, or you can just say fuck it, like I did. You know, I just find giving into it is way fucking easier. It's just easier to say, all right, well, I guess I'm going to be that guy. I'll be the friend in the movie. I won't be the lead. So who gives a fuck? You know, you're still in the movie. I know you don't do that for a fucking living. Okay, first of all, I would say, as far as like buzzing your head, like you have no idea what your head looks like until you do it. And you might as well fucking do it. It's great having a shaved head. I would fucking just see what it looks like, and maybe it looks cool. And then here's the deal: if you bald young, this is how you catch up. Is if you stay in shape, because most people, it's an absolute shit show by the time they're 35. I mean, balding at 19, yeah, that's gonna fucking suck. But this is the thing: like, women really respect confidence, and if you carry yourself and you just make jokes about your fucking hairline, you have a sense of humor about it. Like, there's something about it that, I don't know, women really respond to that. I mean, other guys will still break your balls or whatever, but, like, they just fucking respond to it because it's a great character trait that you have a sense of humor about it. You're dealing with, you know, some form of adversity. You're not being a pussy and letting it drag you down. Like, oh, my God. It's making me start to think that it's actually serious. I never get phone calls. Bum, 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 bum. If I ever host a late night fucking I Can Read Your Mind show, this is going to be the music. I'll look all mysterious and I'll have like eyeliner. Yeah, your whole thing, like, I feel like it's a one-way ticket to mediocrity. The one-way ticket to mediocrity is believing that you're on the road to a one-way ticket to mediocrity. You know, fortunately, women are way more forgiving of physical flaws than guys are. So, dude, you're 19 years old. Just stay in shape and go out there and crush it. Talk shit. Fucking hit on women that are allegedly way out of your league. Just swing for the fucking fences and do the same thing with as far as whatever dream you have, as far as your dream job. Just absolutely swing out of your fucking shoes every time you get an at bat. And, you know, honestly, dude, if your fucking hairline's going to stop you, I mean, Jesus Christ. Okay, you're better than that.
All right, Bill, in response to male whore versus a female whore. All right. Dear Billy Buffalo, I am a proud woman who loves other women. Nice. Nice. I found your handling of the whore, gay son versus a whore for a daughter question to be spot on. I also agree with the gay man who wrote in last week. If I was sitting around a table and this question was posed, you know what's funny? I don't even remember what I said. I'd feel it was addressing current issues that are generally ignored. Discussions that are usually avoided in fear of discrimination, but in actuality, depriving important dialogue. Yeah, absolutely. You should be allowed to be ignorant. As long as you're not like acting on it and like trying to hurt somebody, you should be allowed to say the things that you feel. And if they end up being, ignorant, not meaning dumb, just ignorant, like you just weren't exposed to some other information, you got to have people get them out, and then that's how you move on to the next level. Like, no, actually, it's like this. Oh, I didn't know that. And then, hopefully you change for the better. So anyways, discussions that are usually blah, 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 blah. She says, I never knew my father, but I would hope he would answer that question honestly. Frankly, I don't like labeling either as whores, but it's the easiest way to sum it up. I agree with you wholeheartedly. Calling somebody a whore, yeah, that's really bad. A hoe's kind of funny. Whore, to actually say it, whore, is really bad. She continues to say, I'd be remiss not to mention that Nia spoke emotionally as a straight woman, but did not consider why the question is important to gay children. Oftentimes, gay teens experiment prematurely after having repressed feelings for their early adolescence, or from their early adolescence. I don't know. The truth is, though, emotional changes and repercussions of early sexual encounters affect the female much more severely. This is not to say that boys can't suffer the effects, but as you and Nia have both pointed out in the past, women are more sensitive to certain things that men are not. I was with you all the way until where you say that the sexual encounters affect the female much more severely. I don't think that that's something you could ever prove or disprove. Like, that's something that I always go round and round with my wife with when somebody says, it's easier for guys to lose weight. It's like, well, you would have to be a guy, okay, and then be a woman, and then live the exact same life and eat the exact same food to really sit there and try and guess if whatever is easier and whatever. I mean, I think it all kind of balances itself out as far as easy and difficult. It's like, I don't know. That whole fucking reoccurring thing that this is a bad experience, but it's worse for women. Or this experience, it's easier for guys. It's just always like, there has to be something out there where it's even, or there has to be something out there where it's worse. Or aren't they both? It's just kind of a big shit sandwich out there. And the big game is, trying to block that out, isn't it? I would actually say that the guy's pain is that we are not allowed to talk about our pain at all, where you guys can have painful shit happen to you, and it's okay for you literally to break down sobbing and weeping, which is so healthy for you, to get it out of you. I mean, it doesn't get it all out of you, but it gets the buildup, you ever cook oatmeal and you walk away and you leave it too high and it fucking boils over? Yeah, that shit. You can get that off, I think, through crying. Like, the funny thing about crying is it is a natural emotion for both men and women, but we're told that we can't do it. And it's a fucking horrible thing. It's a horrible thing. So I'm not saying that makes you guys have it easier, but I'm just saying that is something that I don't think that is taken into consideration. And I just feel like, every time I see that, that's a recurrent thing. But I agree with everything else that you're saying. I guess you probably think I'm a dick now, but I'm just saying that, like, I don't know. If you're a guy and you got to cry, but you don't want to embarrass yourself, just go take a shower. Nobody's going to notice. No one's going to hear you. And if somebody were to rip back the fucking thing, the shower curtain, like in Psycho, you could just act like you got shampoo in your eye. Just don't start talking, or else they'll realize it. But, just have your head under the water and just sort of look at them like, what? I'm showering. Get away from me, you weirdo. Yeah. You can cry out a lot of childhood pain as a guy in the shower without anybody knowing. Oh, all right. Dear Billy Ginger Nuts. Jesus Christ. Can you fucking, can you come at me from a different goddamn angle? Everything's red hair, red pubes, fucking pasty. I got it. You think I haven't heard this my whole fucking life? Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah, I got to hand it to you guys. You have found 700 different fucking ways to attack me. Referring to the question raised Whether it would be better to have a daughter who... Jesus Christ, this fucking question really has been living on. Whether it would be better to have a daughter who were a whore or a gay son who was also a whore. The best analogy I've ever heard with respect to the whole why is it deemed bad for a female to be a whore but not a male is this. If you own a key that opens lots of locks, then that is pretty cool. But if you have a lock that is opened by a lot of keys, then that is a shitty lock. You know, it would have helped if I read it better. If you own a key that opens lots of locks, that's pretty cool. But if you have a lock that is opened by a lot of keys, then that is a shitty lock. I don't like that one. I like my analogy because I'm a self-centered cunt. I just think it doesn't take any fucking skill. The skill level for a woman to get laid is just like, what do you have to do? Lay on your back, spread your legs. Who wants it? I'm not saying you're going to get somebody desirable, you know? But the fucking work we get. This is something to try this one time. I told you I did this with my wife, where you just turn the tables one night. Have her hit on you. Have her come up with an opening line. You watch how much they bomb. You watch the flop sweat. They got nothing. You think you have nothing? When it comes to that shit, most of them are like, their game is where your game was when you were like 12, 13, the first few times you were trying to talk to some girl in your grade. You got nothing because you never tried it before. That's where they're at like 35. Anyways, Free Billy. Hey, there you go. Little play on the movie title. Billy 4 times. Congrats on the completion of your 4th special. I can't wait to watch it with my friends. We will all crowd around the TV like one of the Roosevelt's fireside chats. Look at this person, a Free Willy reference. And then it's hit me with a little bit of Depression era shit. My question to you is, how will you celebrate? Beers, burgers? What do the coming weeks have in store for you? Please don't say working on your next hour because no one likes a goody two-shoes. Yeah, you know why? Because you're still fucking up in your life. You know what's funny is I opened this podcast talking about this. I am going to drink, but I don't want to put on the weight that I took off for this special. You know, I'm looking good for me. All right? And I actually have started this new workout. I found this dude on YouTube. I think I told you guys about him last week. This guy, Frank Medrano. Frank Medrano Fitness. This guy, he's a vegan, and all he does is his own body weight. He's absolutely fucking shredded. So I'm going to try to, I've been eating a lot more vegetarian, but I still, I'm one of those guys. I mean, there's no fucking way, I'm still going to have a couple of steaks a month. But I'd like to try to eliminate a lot of that other, I don't know, a lot of that. You know what? This is what I liked about eating vegetarian for 2 days. I would try to go 2 days a week, and it was hard, man, at first. You don't know what to eat. You don't know where to go. You don't know how to make anything. It sucks. But the cool thing about eating vegetarian, I would go back-to-back days just eating all veggie. What was great was it affected my eating the other 5 days because it really like resets your cravings. And I'm telling you, man, like when I get into that fucking sugar salt thing, like back in the day, man, I would go on like, I would go on like a 2.5 month bender of just eating poorly. I would still, take my dog on hikes and stuff. So, and I never really let it get too bad. But in that 2.5 months, I put on like fucking 10 pounds, 15 pounds or something like that. And then I'm just, fuck, I got to try to get this shit off. And that great thing about, or even just one meal a day, if you just do it all veggie, it fucking balances you out and you stop riding that roller coaster. Sugar, salt, sugar, salt, sugar, salt. And I fucking hate going to the gym. I don't like working out. I mean, I like it, but I don't like having to do it because I'm a tub of shit. And I can't recommend it enough. If you just start eating that way, dude, if you go veggie 2 days a week and you go for a walk, ride a bike, or do something like that, the fat's got nowhere to hide. It's got nowhere to go. It has to fucking leave. And then if you're just sort of decent the rest of the week, and I tell you, I'll crush a pizza. I'll order a fucking... I'll order a pizza and a fucking slam that. I'll make cupcakes like the twinkle toes that I am, and I'll eat a bunch of those and that type of shit. But then I do the 2 veggie days in a row, and all of that, it settles down again. It's almost like a fire. It doesn't get out of control. So that has been working for me, and I've been doing the pull-ups, climbing the rope, and the dips, and the push-ups, and I just like that type. At this point in my life, I just like doing that better than throwing the weights around. But I'll always still like doing that because I came of age in the 80s. And that was always fun, benching. So what am I going to do? I'm gonna fucking party with the All In guys. Smoke some cigars. But I'm not a goody two-shoes. What I am is I'm somebody who I already lived the life, dude. I did all of that, okay? And I'm too fucking old to keep putting on 15, 20 pounds and try and take them off. I don't want to look like the fucking horror show that I saw at the beach today. I don't want to be those people. All right? I don't want to be sitting there with my fucking shirt off, with my tits staring at my fucking toes, eating a bag of crisps. I don't want to fucking be that guy. All right? You can do that in your 20s. Have at it. And you can wake up the next day and still fucking be in shape. But I can't do it at my age. So there you go. I don't know. I rode a motorcycle today. That's about the dumbest fucking thing you could ever do. So is that enough for you? Okay, Bill, will the military hurt my comedy career? Hi, Bill. I'm an 18-year-old stand-up comedian in Atlanta, Georgia. I started when I was 17, and so far I enjoy it, while it can be shitty at times. However, I've always wanted to join the military when I was young, and still do to this day. I've been considering joining the Army and trying to become a Green Beret for a long time now after I finished college. This isn't a decision I made because I played a couple games of Call of Duty and thought it was cool. I've just always wanted to do something exciting and adventurous. I realize it is very hard to become one. I watched that thing on Netflix, and that was that wasn't to be a Green Beret. That was to be like an Army Ranger or something like that. I forget what it was called, like 11 Days of Hell. It was fucking brutal. Anyways, he said, I realize it's very hard to become one, and there's a chance I might not make it. But I am pretty much training every day and still have another 4 years. However, if I were to pursue this goal, it would also mean I will not be able to do stand-up until I am about 28 or 30. I would like to continue with stand-up comedy once I get back, but I am worried that I might be a little too old to start by then. Any suggestions? Jesus Christ. Well, first of all, being a comedian is also an exciting life and an adventurous life. And I guess it all depends on what type of adventure that you want to have. Becoming a Green Beret is pretty fucking badass. And that is a very, very, very small, club to be a member of. So I would never say, don't do that. Those fucking guys, they're unbelievable. They're fucking unreal. Those stupid action movies, these actors flipping over cars and everything. The true action, like those Navy SEALs, the Green Berets, the Army Rangers. Those guys are fucking unbelievable. So that's I gotta be honest with you, dude. I don't see any regret on either one of those, because I would just whatever one you want to do more. I would look. The great thing is you got 4 years to get through college before you have to make this decision. So I would continue doing stand-up. I continue doing your workout. And, in 4 years, just figure out, you got 4 years to figure out which one you want to do. But I can't give you advice like that. As far as you're 28 or 30, that's later than most people. But you're already doing it now, and you can also do it all the way through college. And there's nothing stopping you from doing it while you're in the military on your weekends off or some shit like that. All right, let's just say if you actually got into the military and you didn't get out until you were 28 or 30, I would say if that's the situation you were in, what I would do is I would just look at comedians that started late and made it. And that's who I would focus on. I've always done that. I didn't always do that. I learned to do that, so I stayed positive. You know what I mean? And it really is Like the business that I'm in, the worst thing that you can do is give, the other people the power mentally to just be like, well, I'm too old. They don't want me. You start thinking that way, then they don't. You just you go out there, you do your shit, and it's really, like even the way you're looking at this and the way I just realized this now, like it's not, what the fuck, can you not walk on a stage and take a mic out of a mic stand at 28 or 30? You're going to be a goddamn Green Beret. Jesus Christ, you'll probably rappel in from a fucking helicopter and come through the ceiling. Of course you can. Of course you can fucking do it. Because what it really is what you're doing then is you're becoming an artist. And then all that is that's just your own personal journey, and you're just trying to keep becoming a better artist. And all that other fucking crap comes, And if you just keep working on yourself and trying to get better and better and better and better, eventually you become undeniable. And they got to let you in. That's basically what it is. Or you just go out and you make your own shit, and who gives a fuck? And then they'll come over to you. Hey, what are you making over there? I'm making this stuff. Okay, we'd like to be involved. All right, what's the deal? Well, we're going to own it. Hey, go fuck yourself. Oh, okay. It's been my experience. Yeah, dude, so you got 4 years. So I would continue working out and keep doing the stand-up in 4 years. 4 years is a long time when you're only 18 years old. So see what you think in the end. But those are two very noble, goals to try to achieve. I'm not going to lie to you. I watched that 11 Days of Hell and I was just wondering if just to see if I could make it through it. I've got to be mentally tough enough. Forget about physically. The mental wear down of those fucking guys yelling at you and the impossible situations that they put you in, both as an individual and then in the group dynamic. It's unbelievable. 11 straight fucking days of that. I would love to do that, but I don't know. I'm enough of a fucking psycho. I wouldn't need to be in the military, if you know what I mean. Especially when we're at war. The last fucking thing I need to do is break one of the only commandments I haven't broken yet. Because I don't know that I would come back. I don't know that I'm mentally strong enough that if I went to that fucking place that I could somehow come back. I don't know. I'm out of my fucking mind. So I have a tremendous amount of respect for anybody who successfully becomes a soldier and can handle the demands that are put on you. All right? Okay, here we go. Catholic girlfriend. Hey, Aaron Burr. Sorry if that history reference was a little too highbrow. Oh, what do you mean highbrow? Like I don't know who that is? What, highbrow? You know what? I'm not even going to take that personally because you can be making fun of the listeners or making fun of yourself. I have no fucking idea. I love Aaron Burr, and he was right, okay? And Hamilton's a cunt. He knew what he was getting himself involved in, and he fucking lost. Fucking crybaby. Now he's on the $10 bill, and where's Aaron Burr? Everybody hates him because he won. He's like the original Kobe. Sorry if that history reference was a little too highbrow, but Aaron Burr was essentially the biggest cunt in the early United States history. Small world, right? I would love to hear you justify that he was. He was one of the biggest cunts. How about the people out there who are committing genocide on the Native Americans? What did he do? He was a dick at dinner parties, agreed to have a duel, and had the fucking balls to walk out there, and he wins because Hamilton was cheating. He fucking whatever they did. He quick cocked his fucking gun, so when he brought it up, it was already, he tried to do some little shady fucking move. Before he brought it up straight, it fired. So fuck him. Unfucking real. I'm fucking real. Do you realize if Aaron Burr fucking lost, he would be on the $10 bill? And then you would have said that Hamilton's the biggest cunt? Who the fuck would you be? You'd be talking to that guy in the Rangers. Anyways, I've been seeing this girl for around 6 months now, and I'm seriously nuts about her. I love spending time with her and can see this relationship even leading to a ring in a few years. Oh, congratulations. But the big problem for me is we're not having sex. She's very religious, which does not... Oh, geez. She's very religious, which does not bother me because she doesn't care that I'm not. Ostensibly. I don't even know what the fuck that means. You know what? Why don't I look that word up?
You guys, you want me to take a guess here? Even though I'm not ostensibly. I can't even guess what the fuck that means. What does that mean? You go twice a year? Can I even spell it? Ostensive. Oh, there it is. It figured it out. Thank you, computer. Apparently or purportedly, but perhaps not actually. You know what? This is what? Why do you try to become smart when that's the fucking answer? You know what? That's a great line to give a cop. You've been drinking tonight? Apparently or purportedly, but perhaps not actually. Fucking flashlight to the head. To all outward appearances. Okay. So I guess that's a fancy way of saying apparently. Is this guy a hipster and he's sick of all the hipsters saying apparently? Apparently, where am I? Because she does not... Wait, let me read this now that I just learned what ostensibly means. Okay. But the big problem for me is we're not having sex. She's very religious, which doesn't bother me because she doesn't care that I'm not, ostensibly. And I have to go back and look it up again. I don't understand what this means. To all outward appearances, you're not religious? Is this like some fancy way of saying that you're mysterious? Anyways, it's her choice, and it didn't bother me for a while, but I guess my fucking hormones are starting to get the better of me. We're both in college right now and come from different backgrounds. She does community service, and I'm a frat shithead. I'd break it off if I didn't feel as strongly about her as I do, but I'm not sure how much longer I can put up with my most intimate partner being Pornhub and a bottle of lotion. Should I tell her how I feel or just quit being a selfish bastard? Are my concerns normal or am I being a cunt? First of all, you're not a frat shithead if you actually have empathy as far as the stereotype goes. You're actually a very mature person. You seem like you know what you have and you don't want to lose it. How do you say I respect your religious views, but how does the bearded baby feel about the occasional hand job over there? Does she know that you're watching? I tell you, it's not a good thing to only be watching porn and not having sex with somebody. I don't know. Are you starting to become more of a serial killer? I have no idea. Hey, Nia. You know what? I gotta bring Nia in for this one. I got to bring her in for this one. Hang on one second. Let me hit pause here. How do I hit pause? All right, the lovely Nia, everybody.
Hello.
All right, here we go. Here is the question. So this kid, he's basically, I'm going to paraphrase here so the listeners don't have to listen to it again. He's got a Catholic girlfriend. She's very religious. Just pull the microphone back. You're breathing into it there.
Sorry,
I think I had it turned up too much. Anyways, this Catholic girl, very religious, does not want to have sex before marriage.
Okay.
And he's saying, they've been together for a while. He loves her, spending time with her. You can see actually giving her a ring in a couple of years. But the big problem is they're not having sex. She's very religious. He's not religious, but she doesn't care. He said it's her choice and, to not have sex. And it didn't bother me for a while, but I guess my fucking hormones are starting to get the better of me. We're both in college right now, and I come from different backgrounds. She does community service, and I'm a frat boy shithead, or a frat shithead. He said, I'd break it off if I didn't feel as strongly about her as I do, but I'm not sure how much longer I can put up with my most intimate partner being Pornhub and a bottle of lotion. Should I tell her how I feel or just quit being a selfish bastard? Are my concerns normal or am I being a cunt?
No, you're not being a cunt. I think he's actually being really great.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, I mean, you should definitely tell your girlfriend, but be prepared. But don't.
How does he do it? Because what I would, if I was in that situation, I would try to say, it's just a hand job.
It's just a handy.
Just a handy, man.
No, I think you should tell her how he's feeling, but
I would just
shouldn't
walk
be,
out with my dick.
Are you going to keep interrupting me?
Can you help me out over here?
That sounds like something you would do, actually.
And you, yeah, she'd laugh.
No, I
she'd
mean,
do it.
you tell her how you feel, but don't frame it in the context like, I'm fucking dying over here. What are you doing to me? Oh, my God. Don't make it like a guilt trip. Just say, just so you know, I'm really having a hard time with this because I love you so much and I really want to have sex with you, but I know you don't want to. I don't want to pressure you.
Should he say make love rather than sex?
Well, however you want to frame it.
Make love is gross.
No, it's not. Is it?
It's gross.
Make love. Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
That's gross.
It's just, it's very like old fashioned. It's like what you say when you're trying to like be nice about it or something, you know?
Yeah.
Fuck. You don't want to say that.
That's my favorite line in the movie.
What?
Tim
What movie?
Robbins and Bull Durham. We gonna fuck or what?
Oh, yeah. Is that where that's from?
Yeah.
But yeah, just tell her. And the thing is, she probably feels the same way. She might be frustrated too. I love that.
Nia's
Put
been
her on a new.
Nia's been
Give
listening.
me that Becky.
She's been listening to this Southern rap. Both white and black people in the South, they pronounce in certain words. They just pronounce the beginning, the first couple of letters.
Yeah,
and
you
not
drop
the end.
off like if a word
I
has like,
love it.
it has like two like syllables. You gotta just do the first one.
Look
Make
at
the
here.
first two.
It's all on the news.
But anyway, yeah, just be honest with her about it, but just make it clear that she knows how much you love and respect her, and that's all you can do. But
How does he do it without her feeling pressure?
she might feel pressure. She probably already feels pressure from society or whatever. So she's already feeling the pressure. But he
So
just
should
says,
he sit there and be like, listen, I'm not trying to put any pressure on you. I'm just telling you where I'm at. Because if he keeps going to Pornhub, what happens is with porn is you have to keep going further and further and further down the fucking hallway.
And when they finally have sex, she's gonna be like, "What? What do you want me to do?"
Right.
She's gonna be freaked out because that's the other thing. You watch
Right.
too much porn, and like porn becomes like your reality about what everyday relationship sex is.
No, there's all kinds-
And it's like I don't know. I mean, obviously, I can't speak for everybody, but it's like be careful with that porn shit because it's awesome, but it'll really like put you on another planet if you're not careful about it, and you just start thinking like people should be performing like porn stars, and you should be performing like porn stars, and you should be able to do all these crazy shit. These people are paid to have sex. That's their job. That's not your job. So just I don't know. Just be careful with that. I just feel like. It's like
What the fuck's he supposed to do, though? This is the thing.
keep masturbating?
Yeah, I know. Thank
I
God
mean,
Pornhub
honestly.
wasn't around when I was fucking that age. Jesus Christ.
How did you watch porn at that age? You like sneak old VCR tapes from your older brother? Or
No.
Like, how
dude.
did you
Dude,
even...
nobody had a porno in my house. No fucking way. We had one VCR in the family room. We weren't going to sit there and fucking watch it. It was impossible.
I used to sneak and watch, do you remember Emmanuel? It was like this softcore, like Cinemax show. It was like from Europe.
Cinemax.
It was from Europe, and it was all like soft lighting, and it was all about this girl, Emmanuel, who would have these like sexy adventures. Like she's going on a train to Paris, and then like she looks over, and she and the guy like bang in the fucking, I don't know, caboose.
Literally and figuratively. No, the first time I saw porno, a buddy of mine had it. A buddy of mine got one, and we were all on our way out, and like 5 of us just sat there and watched it,
Yeah.
and then just got up and went out.
How
and
old were
drank,
you?
Like 17.
I watched a porn at a sleepover, but we were like in 8th grade or something. Like she stole it from her dad, and it was like a 70s porn. And so it was just like everyone's hairy.
Oh, it was gross.
And it was just disgusting. Like it wasn't
Dude,
sexy,
the
it
one
was
that I
gross,
saw,
and
I
it was
swear to
freaking
God,
me out.
the one that I saw, I swear to God, this happened. Okay, the dude who was he was working at a restaurant, and he was getting laid, and he's fucking everybody, and they had this fucking old ugly lady comes in and was giving him shit. Make the chicken sandwich, and I want extra mayo on it.
Oh God! Oh no!
No, this is even worse. Instead of just having the guy jerk off onto the fucking sandwich, I swear to God, You know, a rotisserie chicken?
Yeah.
You know, you can just buy one that's already made.
Yeah.
He fucked it.
Oh my God. This was in a porno?
Yeah.
What?
See, nowadays that would have been considered bestiality. No, it was considered like they were trying to be. It was, and they were trying to be like funny because they played like this like this wacky music when he was doing it.
Right.
And I was like, you gotta understand, I had never seen a fucking porno, and it went like the first time you saw, and especially back then, where it was like the most overtly like sexual thing, like when I was a kid, was Brooke Shields with the one button on her shirt.
Right.
And I went from that to watching people actually fucking, and then this dude stuck his dick in a chicken.
That's disgusting. Remember when we went to go see that, what's that Quentin Tarantino? It was Grindhouse. It was like the two movies, and then in between they had the fake trailers, and one of them was Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
remember? And then they showed that quick little like 2-second thing at the end of it of a guy like fucking a turkey. Remember? And then everyone in the movie theater went, oh, because they just threw it in like super quick. I would not be surprised if they got that idea from that very porno that you watched.
Yeah, because
because I think Eli Roth directed that like trailer, that fake trailer or something. But yeah, that's disgusting. Yeah, like
no,
porno. Like,
back
it's
then, and
weird.
I remember like the video store, and then after that, the video store came out. And then the video store, it had the back room with ours. It was so funny. They had these saloon doors you had to walk through and to get into the back room. And there wasn't.
I remember being like a beaded curtain in some areas. Like that was like the sexy area. It was where the beaded curtain was.
And it was so early on. I don't think that there was categories. They just had porno. And it was all straight porn.
Yeah.
Growing up in a suburb, right? Mm-hmm. It was just all straight porn. There was no like categories like whatever fucking doggy style ones or
it's more like I feel like it's like race or sexual identity, like Asian porn.
Yeah, Asian porn or
ebony porn,
bondage, blah 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 blah. There wasn't.
Yeah.
It was just people fucking on camera. That's all it was.
That's it.
It was like man and a woman fucking, or a man and two women fucking, or two guys fucking a woman, and then the occasional, and then the chicken thing was a bit. Like it was supposed to be this funny thing. And you know what's funny? Because it was the first one I ever saw. Like I was sitting like, what the fuck, right? But then I was also psyched because I actually saw a porno, a woman getting banged and shit. And it wasn't until years later.
Wait a minute.
I think I was hanging out. I was still living with Bobby Kelly, and we were talking about the first pornos. Yeah, the first pornos that we saw. I remember telling that, and he was just going, "What?" And I go, "Dude, I swear to God." He goes, "What was the name?" I don't know what the name of it was. My buddy just had it.
I bet you know who would know. You know who would know the answer to it is Dave Attell. He would know. I bet if you asked him or if we tweeted him and said, "Do you remember ever seeing a porno from circa whatever year that is?" And a guy, I bet he would know it.
You realize you just blew up his Twitter account.
Oh no!
All right, we're gonna end with this dilemma. Oh wait, I gotta read some. I gotta read the rest of the advertising real quick. Hulu Plus, everybody. Come on, let me read it here. Hulu Plus. You probably tried Hulu on your computer. Hulu Plus is so much more. With Hulu Plus, you can watch current season episodes of your favorite shows like Modern Family, The Daily Show, and Scandal, and watch every episode of shows like Nashville, Lost, and Doctor Who. You get ad-free movies and kids shows too. Now, more than ever, there is so much to watch. Take total control with Hulu Plus to stream these shows and thousands more as much as you want, whenever you want. This is the best part. Hulu Plus works on your computer, your smart TV, Roku, Apple TV, Xbox, PlayStation, pretty much any streaming device you already own, you can apply Hulu Plus to. You can even watch on your phone or iPad while on the train, at work, at the dentist, or in the bathroom. You can even block off a day to binge. You also get access to originals that you can't get anywhere else. Check out the new show Deadbeat, a comedy about a pot-smoking guy who talks to ghosts. Binge on all 10 episodes starting April 9th. For only $7.99 a month, get your shows anytime, anywhere. That's like $0.25 a day. Right now, sign up for huluplus.com/norm. For some reason, they keep giving me this one. Yeah, let's give Norm Macdonald the fucking money this week. Hulu.com/norm and get 2 weeks full access completely free. That's a whole extra week more with your special offer when you sign up at huluplus.com/norm. So get with it and start streaming TV now with Hulu Plus. And lastly, but not leastly, Stamps.com, everyone. Summer is finally here, and you want as much free time as possible. Don't let going to the post office cut into that free time, everybody. Just use Stamps.com instead. With Stamps.com, you can print postage right from your desk. You won't ever have to go to the post office again, find parking, wait your turn, all of that stuff that you hate. Stamps.com turns your PC or your Mac into your own personal post office. What can you do with it? Well, you can buy and print official U.S. postage using your computer and printer. You can print everything from stamps to shipping labels whenever you need it. Then just hand your mail to the mailman. Boom, you're done. Stamps.com is so convenient and easy to use. Even a moron like me can use it. You'll never waste time going to the post office again. I use this to send out all my DVDs, all my posters, whatever crap I'm selling at the end. I've never had a problem. I'm an idiot. If I can figure it out, so can you. There's no reason to go to the post office anymore. And right now, use my last name, Burr, B-U-R-R, for this special offer. No risk trial plus a $110 bonus offer. Includes a digital scale and up to $55 free postage. So don't wait. Go to Stamps.com before you do anything else. Click on the microphone at the top of the homepage and type in Burr, B-U-R-R. That's Stamps.com. Enter Burr. That was a pretty good read, huh?
Yeah, you're getting better at those.
I'm getting better at them. I'm still fucking up, but I'm getting better. Dilemma. Hey, Bill, would you rather be morbidly obese to the point where just walking around is exhausting?
No.
I'm talking over 350 pounds,
No.
and you weren't allowed to lose the weight. I love that you already
No.
answered.
No.
Or would you rather be stuck in prison for the rest of your life?
Oh, God. Stuck in prison.
Really?
That's how shallow I am.
That's hilarious.
I feel like, though,
Hey, easy.
Oh, sorry. I feel like, though, if you're 350 pounds or whatever.
That's my fault, by the way. I'm not good with the mixer. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. It's like you're already in prison. You're imprisoned in your own body.
I think
Wow.
they're both prisons, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean, they are, but I mean, it's like, oh, I see what you mean.
No, I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah.
You just had a nice little metaphor there, and I ruined it.
Would I rather be obese or be in prison for the rest
It's a
of my
no-brainer.
life?
Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
I'd rather,
Just
But I can't lose
Just think
weight.
of the fun you'd have getting that fat.
That's the thing. It would be really fun to just be like eating all the good shit that you can't have in prison. They don't have good food there. So maybe I would rather be obese. I don't know. I don't
Jesus
think
Christ.
so.
Do you imagine somebody obese listening to this right now? You were basically saying, gee, I would rather be in prison for the rest of my life than be you. I'd definitely rather be.
It's
Dude,
not
you know-
about
you know
your
what?
personality.
You know what?
And this is a
You know
silly,
what?
objective thing that's
You
never
can
going to
get on
happen.
a
So we
plane.
can talk about it, and people shouldn't get offended by it for
You
crying
can
out
get
loud.
on a plane with your 2 seats and your giant seatbelt.
Yeah.
And you can fly anywhere in the fucking world and go get even fatter, right?
Do you have to buy 2 seats if you're like over a certain weight? What's the weight requirement now?
Yeah, but for
Whatever
me,
it is, like Kevin Smith is over it, right? Because that's why he had that whole problem with JetBlue or Southwest, because they thought
Southwest,
because they were like, yeah, you need to buy 2 seats. I didn't think he was that big though. Like 2 seats big? I don't know. I've never met him.
I met him. He wasn't 2 seats big when I saw him.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they're just being dicks.
Look, the only time Southwest is a great airline, but I don't like all the jokes that they tell. I get it that they're trying to make it lighten it up and we're the cool company, but it's like my life is in your hands right now, and
No,
I
that's
would
the pilot. You mean? I thought you meant the stewards and the stewardesses.
Even that, I
who
don't
were,
like it.
I don't like it either. I've kind of
because this is what I find.
Uh-huh.
I find when you go in someplace, if the person at the top is doing their job right, everybody beneath is also in line, and they come off like they're out of line.
Okay.
It seems the vibe on a Southwest flight is that there's a substitute teacher. I don't like that. You know what I mean? I like feeling like shit is in order. You know?
Have you seen on Virgin Airlines that their safety video is like this full-scale music video
I
production?
hate that fucking thing.
There's like a little kid that raps in it. There's like a little Asian girl that raps, a little black kid that's wearing a suit. And there's break dancers.
And you can't get away from it.
It's a whole.
You can't get away from it.
I was actually finding myself happy for the people that were in the video that they got work and exposure on this level. And I was
hated that
impressed
fucking
by
thing.
it. I was like, how much money does Richard Branson have? He really made.
I hate the mood lighting.
And they have a
Virgin.
behind the scenes video of how they made the thing. on it. So what are you saying? You hate them moonlighting where? On Virgin? Why? What do you mean?
You walk on. You just look like you're going to get an STD when you get on the fucking thing.
I love Virgin Airlines. I love it.
I don't mind it. Like, Virgin's cool. JetBlue's cool.
JetBlue is good.
You get to watch ESPN the whole way across the country. I like that.
Yeah, I like being able to watch all my stupid, like, Bravo Real Housewives.
The only airline I really don't fucking like, other than just the crazy ones that I used to fly when I was starting out, like that, was it ATA or some shit?
Oh, I don't know.
All trans, something trans air.
Yeah.
Do you know how many airlines I've flown that don't even fucking exist anymore at this point?
Mm-hmm.
They just got swallowed up. I flew People's Express in the 80s.
What is that?
Ugh, it was like the precursor to ValueJet, man. It was fucking shady.
I remember ValueJet.
Yeah, they had that fire, unfortunately.
You know what? I'm sorry. I need to go back. I would rather be obese.
Eastern Airline.
My mom used to work for Eastern. She used to fly. She used to be
TWA.
Yeah.
Northwest.
Mm-hmm. None of these exist anymore?
None of them. They either got bought out or they went out of business.
Wait, can we go back to
I used to fly Frank's Airline.
Can we go back to that? Sounds like a corner store, like a place, like a
It's
deli.
called Frank's.
Like a deli.
Yep, they used to sell hot dogs.
I would rather.
I made that up.
I would rather be obese and free than in prison.
Exactly. And can we apologize to people who are overweight?
Yeah, and you know what? Absolutely. You know what? I will
we're
apologize.
not apologizing. We're in the age of apologizing. Take a fucking joke, fatty.
But you and your fat shaming. But you know what? The
fat shaming works. Shame.
The American prison.
I want to sing to fat people. Shame on you.
The American prison system is such a fucked up industry that I would not want to be in.
Get off
you
fucking.
No, I wouldn't.
Get off your.
I wouldn't want to be. I wouldn't want to be in prison. That was
You said that.
a stupid answer.
You said that.
That was my vain answer.
We got it.
But I admit that.
Hey, I want to start a new segment on here where I fat shame somebody every week because I make it work.
Why don't you shame other people too?
Wait.
Can you shame shame?
Can I finish?
Across the board?
Can I finish here?
Sure.
So the jingle's going to say that chain of fools where they go chain. I'm going to go shame, boo, 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 boo.
Yeah, I know the song.
Shame on you. Oh, no, then I'll have somebody sing the high part. You ate those cupcakes.
You really are just going to go with this idea?
Yeah.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
We are.
I'm going to show that
they
it works.
used to do that on the news. They used to do this. Remember? And they'd have this like graphic of a finger pointing, and it was the reporters that would be like, they would go up to like slumlords.
Did they use the song?
No, they had their own. They had their own little like jingle. But what I'm telling you is that they would like burst into places and say, "I hear, we hear that you're charging customers for and don't you think that's wrong?" And they'd have to like get the owners to try to like fess up on.
That's right. And then the graphic would come and be a boom.
Yeah, and it was like
Shame on
it was a finger like wagging. That was it.
Yeah.
That was it. I don't know.
Well, look, if there's religious nuts out there that can try to like make gay people straight, and they're trying to show like that, they think that works.
Right.
Aren't I kind of like those people where I think shaming people? I've had.
That's what they do on The Biggest Loser, I thought, when they scream at him and make him cry and make him puke.
I can't believe someone just hasn't dropped of a heart attack.
I know. They've been writing articles about that show and how it's really fucked up. I used to watch it all the time because I was like, I found it motivating.
I know, and you'd sit there and cry with them, and
did.
I would laugh.
And you did a bit about it, I remember. Because that's when you were talking about how like they had so much fun, like they're living the life, they're the real rock stars. Because while you're sitting there like eating salads and having to work out, they're just like doing whatever they want and living the life.
Oh my God,
yeah,
that's
remember?
right. That was a while. It was
a while ago when you did that bit, but I used to love that show. After a while, I was like, all right, I get it, I'm over it. But no, I really liked it. But people have a serious problem.
I thought the woman left the show because she was sick of
Jillian.
She was sick of them sweating all over her. She made her money.
I think she's back. I think that last season she's been back. She left for a little bit.
Everybody's back.
Yeah.
This business is shrinking by the day.
There's a really hot black guy that's on there.
All the movie stars are doing TV shows now.
I know. I want to watch that Halle Berry TV show. I need to watch the pilot just
commercials.
To see.
It's people are grabbing every dime they can get before my business turns into what the music industry did. Do you realize how fucking lucky I am that I actually have a live show that I can go on the road? How lucky I am. Thank fucking Christ.
But do you think like live shows are going to be something of the past? Because it's like they've been going on forever and ever.
No.
and ever.
I think people will always want to do that. I mean, maybe they'll. It'd be funny is if somehow like what do they call those things? They did that creepy thing with Tupac and Michael Jackson.
Oh, the hologram shit that they're doing like at Coachella and like award shows where like, yeah, all of a sudden Tupac shows up and does like his entire discography to a bunch of people tripping their balls off.
I know, right?
And people, you'd hear people when you see footage on YouTube, people be like, I knew it. I knew he was alive. I knew it. And then they're like, oh, wait, it's a hologram.
Jesus Christ. Well, I would never say that wouldn't happen, but I would think at some point you're going to want to leave the house. You're going to want to have to leave the fucking house. But I got to be honest with you.
What are you talking about? Leave the house?
Like live shows. If people like live shows would stop. I will tell you this, though. I love that movie I did, Walk of Shame, how it's simultaneously released on
theater and VOD.
Yeah. I fucking I would see more movies if I could just sit on my ass here and pop in Godzilla or some shit like that. I definitely would. And,
That's true.
And Godzilla is something that I didn't go see. But if I was sitting at home, I would fucking watch that shit.
We still need to go see Maleficent. Is it still in the movie theater? I want to see that movie.
Yeah, I did, and now I don't.
Why?
Because they stopped showing commercials, and I stopped giving a shit. Like, I was into it. Like, they got me. They had me hooked, and I'll go see that Alice in Wonderland looking evil witch shit. I'll go see that.
Snow White.
Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Right?
It's about the evil queen, but yeah, exactly.
Oh, it's her perspective. We
and
had
Angelina is the she's Maleficent. She's the queen.
And we had her wrong the whole time?
Well, we get to understand what happened to her and the whole bit and why she's that way and this and that.
Can I tell you something about that evil witch? Her childhood.
You tell me about it.
Because her childhood was a long time ago, okay? At some point, it happens in your 30s.
Okay.
You have to stop taking your childhood out on people, and you got to fucking man up. Okay? So that's what I would say to that witch.
Okay, can we please go see this movie so we can talk about it then?
As she's standing there stirring her fucking steel fucking pot, or whatever the hell she's doing with bat heads in it. Cauldron. All right, listen, this podcast is going on and on and on and on. We got to wrap it up. We got to wrap it up. All right, this has been the Monday Morning Podcast.
Dead weather. Sorry.
Thanks for everybody for listening.